Welcome to America by Design.
The Murrieta Hot Springs have a long and winding history. First opened all the way back in 1902, the site was originally a spa built around natural geothermal springs. Over time, it changed hands, it changed purposes. Now, however, after a major restoration, it's welcoming guests again for the same reason it did all those years ago, the water. And I'll be curious to see if this reimagining can stand up to its origin, or if the results will be lukewarm. So Morgan, this is quite a large campus.
Yeah, it's actually 46 acres, and we worked on 24 buildings across the whole campus.
Wait a minute, 24 buildings? It's like you're designing an entire neighborhood.
And the buildings are all different styles. This is built in the early 1900s, the 1920s, 50s and 60s, and even all the way up to the 90s.
With so many buildings representing so many different eras, I got to imagine that there must have been surprises when you started to open things up.
Yeah, in fact, when we opened this building up, we realized it was made of gypsum plaster, so the walls just started crumbling.
Sounds like a big can of worms.
It really was, but thankfully we had it covered.
I'm really excited to walk into a space like this and instantly feel its history.
Well, there is a lot of history. Founded as a hot springs resort over 100 years ago, and even at one point it was a private Bible college.
Wait, Bible college?
That's right. In the mid-1990s, it was acquired by a local church and converted into a university and a retreat center.
So one of our first challenges was to figure out how to unify everything together. We started by looking at these rough-hewn beams and wood wall panels that gives a sense of old California.
Well, I love that everything doesn't feel overly polished. There is this lived-in, honest feel to it.
That was really important to the design team, to create modern comfort, but with a sense of the original character.
What was the restoration process like?
Well, we started by going through all the historic photographs to figure out how the buildings originally functioned. That helped inform us really to what the buildings wanted to be. And with that, we were able to bring these historic buildings into the future.
Oh, this bar has a totally different vibe than the lobby.
Yeah, we were trying to create a more intimate and moody experience in here. When the building was built originally in the 60s, there was a bar in that location. So it was one of our first decisions to put the bar back in its original spot.
Also, I'm noticing the stunning tile that you selected.
Yeah, it's a Saltillo tile by Ardo Brick, and we used it in all the buildings across the campus in order to tie everything together.
With so many different mediums, I feel like the room is still pulled together.
Yeah, we took inspiration from this amazing stone fireplace to really set the tone inside the room. From all the different furniture selections, even down to the leathered finish on the marble countertop at the bar from Tri-Stone and Tile. It really helps to create a cozy feeling in this room to make it ready to be enjoyed with a cocktail.
For this building in particular, it feels a bit more historic than the other places we've seen.
It is more historic. It was built in 1926. It was originally called the Hotel Annex. It definitely led to some design decisions being made to put the 1 and 2 bedroom suites and our larger format rooms in this building. It provides a more elevated, private experience for the guests.
I couldn't help but notice when I came in the brilliant exterior color tying this building in with the other buildings on the campus.
Well, it's good that you noticed that because it was a focus of the design team to select particular colors for particular eras of architecture. This being a 1920s Spanish style building, that light, brilliant color was important to us.
So we're now entering one of my favorite parts of the property, the historic bath hall.
I can see why. It feels totally zen in here.
The space that we're standing in was originally built in the early 1920s, and so a huge part of our revitalization of this property was to return it to its original use.
How important was it to maintain that authentic, natural vibe?
It was essential, and essential not just in the bath hall, but throughout the property. We did that working with a number of key vendors, including Saatchi Art, which prepared all the art that you'll see throughout the property, and also with Bridgeport Trading, who built our guest room furniture. From the moment a guest leaves the pool until they lay their head down in their beds at night, they're experiencing a restful and rejuvenating experience.
Now, Now, every one of these spaces that we've covered tells a story. What's the story here?
So these bungalows were built by the Guenther family in the late 60s. Later on, they became dormitories for the Bible College, and now today they are deluxe suites. So the colors here reflect the colors around us in the natural landscape, the leaves on the trees and the shrubs on the hillsides. So the buildings blend really well with the site. It's really, really important to the whole design team to tie the guest experience to the waters. It's the core of the resort. But in addition to that, it gives the guest an opportunity to discover something new every time they visit. We're very proud of what we've done here, preserving a historical legacy, but also reinvigorating it and welcoming the public.
More than 100 years since the first guests came here to soak in these waters, Murrieta Hot Springs is once again doing all that it was meant to do in helping people slow down, breathe, and just be. Speaking of, I think that tub over there has my name on it.
We hope you've enjoyed our look at some of the finest architectural designs from around America. Join us next time for more groundbreaking architecture on America by Design. For more information on any of the projects featured in this series, go to bydesign.global.